Why don't pirates take a shower before walking the plank? Well, it's because they're going to wash up on shore. What's going on, YouTube? Today, we're going to talk about Midyear Mayhem, Whitestrakes Mayhem, Pellinnor's hoo-ha-ness, because we need to go over all the little nitty-gritty pieces that you need to know for this year's event. This is probably one of the best events to do a couple different things, such as earn gold, experience, alliance points, Telvar, and those currencies are obviously super important, so this is a great year, a great time to get all of those little nitty-gritty pieces worked out for you. So we're going to break down this event, what you should be doing, and some different options you have based on the different types of content that you like to do. Before we jump into it, think of a number between 1 and 10. If that number was 7, you have to subscribe. If it wasn't that number, catch you next time. Now, what better place to start than the beginning of the date? That is going to be July 25th, 2024. Obviously, that's pretty important to know. And then, as always, it will be the traditional length of each ESO event, about 2 weeks. So, this event obviously has tons of stuff inside. We've talked about it a little bit, but let's talk about what's down here. 100% Telvar earned, 100% AP earned, and 100% XP earned in PvP, including the Imperial City, Battlegrounds, Cyrodiil. So, a whole lot of stuff there, and conceptually, that's kind of it. So, unless you're worried about event tickets and boxes and stuff, that's all you need to know, is that those are going to be doubled throughout the entirety of this event. Double Telvar, double Alliance points, double XP for those limited activities. I'm just going to use the rest of this video to break down why you might want to farm Telvar versus Alliance points versus trying to level up some new characters, how you can get certain types of rewards, and kind of the nitty-gritty pieces. But conceptually, that's kind of all it is. It's just a PvP event that encapsulates all the PvP except for Guild Trader bidding, the true PvP endgame. Some more logistics. If you are new, you just want to head to the Crown Store, click on the limited time event. Obviously, once it begins, then you're going to be able to head on over, complete that quest, and you are going to be doing the mayhem of the mid-year. Important to note, though, however, all of these buffs are passive now. You don't have to eat a scroll or kiss a cake, blow a whistle like you used to. For those of you who don't know, none of that made any sense, but just trust me. You don't have to do anything. You just get the passive buff just by logging in during that time period. Now, tickets is where it gets a little spicy, where we can start to give some certified Jakeclips tips, because it's important to actually have some tips here. So, I want to start with the 2 event tickets. You just have to complete any Cyrodiil or Battlegrounds daily quest, and then 1 ticket for completing any Imperial City District daily quests. Now, I will warn you, the District daily quests are kind of annoying. So, I'm going to give you some tips here. And that is, if you notice that there is a district, quite a few of them. There's almost, you could say, 1 for every day of the week. So my suggestion to you is to do the daily quest for each district, because each of these districts has 1 daily quest attached to them. Spend about 45 minutes, do all of them, and then just turn them in throughout the rest of the week. It will make life significantly easier for you. Obviously, you can do that for Cyrodiil as well and Battlegrounds, because a lot of times you'll be picking up quests like, take 9 keeps, and then, you'll probably do that because, you're PvPing, I hope, unless you're getting ham-fisted, or kill 50 people. Now, unless you're doing a pacifist run of the Midyear Mayhem event, you'll probably do that pretty quickly as well, because you get credit for kills as long as you contribute in some fashion. So, you're going to be completing a bunch of quests as you go, and therefore you're going to be able to just turn those in over time. You're going to be getting tons of alliance points if you're farming in Cyrodiil or Battlegrounds just by doing that content. So you don't really need to worry about turning in all your quests unless you know that you're going to be participating in the event in the future anyway. So if you know that you're going to have enough time tomorrow to farm out another daily quest, go for it. But if not, just save yourself some quests, turn them in throughout different time periods, and don't stress yourself out about, I need to do a daily quest today to get my event tickets. Now here is where the juice meets the squeeze. That's the reward boxes. Now, the reward boxes are exceptionally straightforward. How do you earn them? You just earn alliance points. That's it. Any way that you earn alliance points will get you towards these Pellinnor reward boxes. That's all you need to know. In fact, if you got alliance points from opening it from the calendar, it would count towards these reward boxes. So, literally anything. Why you might want them is you'll earn the new outfit style, transmute crystals, alchemy, re-ingredients, the PvP equipment, motifs, cold-hearted siege weapons, prismatic runes, ding, ding, ding. Those are important. Make sure that if you're getting a whole bunch of those are pretty valuable. Don't just sleep on those. Books of Pelennors, housing items. They're just books that you can place in your home, and then you can read if you enjoy reading. And importantly, because I notice a lot of people never really talk about this here, Imperial City bosses have a chance to drop pages for the Sancre Tor Sentry or Dovadal's armor style. A lot of people, I think, forget about that whole aspect of this event too, is the Imperial City portion. A lot of people are just kind of like, oh, well, Cyrodiil's so fun. It is. It's amazing. I love Cyrodiil. Battlegrounds, fun. It's also, in my opinion, the funnest way to level up characters doing Battlegrounds. But if you go to the Imperial City, you're getting one of the most valuable currencies in the entire game. And if you're killing world bosses, you're also getting some of the most valuable style pages to go along with it. So if you're thinking, I really just want to make money on this event, Imperial City is the way to go. And I'm also going to take this moment to jump out another fact with you here, and that is if you queue inside of Cyrodiil while inside the Imperial City, it will actually let you leave. So let's say I'm sneaking right now. I got 181,000 Telvar army. I'm not trying to die. Well, guess what? I just queue to Cyrodiil, and then it's going to let me leave and go to Cyrodiil from here. I could have been out in the overworld. I could have been, mid-boss fight. If I'm queuing to Cyrodiil, it'll take me right in. This also works in reverse. Say you're Joe Schmo, you're all the way down here, and you're in the Daggerfall Covenant, because that's the greatest alliance that exists. You're down here. You don't want to have to walk all the way up back to get to base. So you could just queue to the Imperial City, and then boom, you're going to be in. Obviously, don't pick a full campaign, because then that might, that would just be a long queue time. But you can then do that, and then it will teleport you up. And then, obviously, what's nice about this whole concept is that there's a way shrine here, so then you can just pip on out to wherever you want to go. But it can also be a great way to save your Telvar. People are walking their way back using recall stones. Or worse, they're letting themselves die in Cyrodiil so that they can spawn. That's crazy. Don't let the Dominion kill you. That is a waste. And a lot of people forget that there's Indrakes that you can buy, as well as previous year's stuff. All you need to do to go get your previous year's Indrake is hop on over to Craglorn, the only major city that really exists there, Belkarth. Then hop on over here. You'll be able to talk to this little bad mamma jamma when she's in store. And then if you want to look at some of the old year stuff too, you can just talk to this bad boy here as well, and he'll be able to give you the items. They're all little fileless. He'll be able to give you some stuff from previous years. As you can see here, he's got the hide shoulder stuff, yada yada yada. You'll be able to kind of see that with the Midyear Mayhem stuff as to what another quick fire tip here is that you're going to be able, with the cost of 2 event tickets, to get stuff from previous year's Midyear Mayhems. And that's going to be all these items that you can see here. And what I want to point out is that some of these things are absolutely phenomenally expensive. So the Ebon Steel is ridiculously expensive, but some of the things, like the emotes, some of the weapon styles, they're really not that expensive. So you have yourself a curated drop for 2 event tickets, right? Curated means you're only going to get something that you don't have, which is why you can only ever buy one at a time before you open it and then bind that to you. So if you buy all the cheap ones on the left here, you're actually guaranteeing yourself to get something that's a little bit more valuable. You will have to bind it to yourself. You have to use it. But it's important to note that this is because it's curated. You can buy all the cheap stuff on the market right now, and when this event starts, and you're going to be able to curate, get yourself something that's worth potentially millions of gold. Even if you can't resell it, you still own something that's worth millions, and you're only wasting event tickets, which some people, they've got tons of event tickets, they don't know what to do with them. They might not be interested in other things that they see. Consider these items here. So, what would I suggest that you do, depending on what type of player you are and what interests you in this kind of time period? And the answer is generally, it just kind of depends. So, if you're looking to level up, I think that Battlegrounds is an infinitely fun way to level up brand new characters. It's immaculate XP, alliance points. It's great for getting all of those bad boys kind of sorted for you. So from a leveling standpoint, it's super fun. Now, if you're above CP and you're CP leveled, is it as fun? It still is, but sometimes the queue times can be a little bit finicky. And because of that, it can be a little bit more annoying. But I still think it's pretty good. You're not going to have the constant action because you're going to have to be queuing in between rounds. But also, if you're in Cyrodiil, you're obviously going to have to be running between keeps. So, who is Cyrodiil for versus Battlegrounds? Cyrodiil is generally those larger scale conflicts. If you're interested in those big drawn out battles where you're fighting over large scale resources and you're getting double rewards for doing so, it's going to be fantastic. But it will be infrequent. So, what that means is that while you're doing that, you're also going to be potentially running or losing or in between fights a lot. And while that's going on, there's a decent chance that you're not getting a whole lot of rewards because you're not in an active conflict. Or if you're losing, you get significantly less rewards if you lose a keep versus taking a keep. So you can be a little bit more finicky from that aspect. But also, Cyrodiil has more daily quests attached to it, so you're going to be earning daily quests at a faster rate. And then what about Telvar? What is the Telvar in this whole equation? Well, the Imperial City is for the connoisseurs who they want to PvP, or maybe they don't even really want to PvP, but they want profit. They're the war dogs. They're farming Telvar and alliance points and experience and rare resources and motif styles all at the same time. They're the true connoisseurs and war profiteers of this event, and I salute them because the Imperial City is where anyone should go if they truly want to make the most amount of profit, and I highly encourage anyone that really wants to maximize this event to go there because it truly is the best way to get yourself some decent amount of cash. And please don't mind the gameplay footage that I chose to just overlay for this video. It was a past live stream where we were testing out a Nightblade build, and it was an interesting event. If you're in the Imperial City, what do I suggest that you do? Well, I suggest that everybody, obviously, do the daily quests. Daily quests are just free event tickets. Telvar is a great resource. And then save all the resources that you're getting, your prismatic runes and everything else. When you're in there, I would suggest going into the overworld and farming the world bosses there. Roaming world bosses, every single zone has one. Killing those world bosses gives you good chunks of Telvar. And you're going to be able to get into some PvP conflicts just by being in the Imperial City. And that's going to be a really great way for you to get some profit as well. Killing other players is going to get you that double alliance points as always, so that's going to be good for you as well. But dear friends, let me know, what will you guys be doing for this year's Midyear Mayhem? And as always, for every Midyear Mayhem time period, we'll be doing an updated how to convert your Telvar and your alliance points to gold. Conceptually, though, I actually have a spreadsheet that's in our Discord, which is always in the description below. Except every so often, Discord says, that link's not going to work anymore. And I go, I made it last for forever. Why is it not going to last anymore? But setting that aside, check out that resource as it's just overall a really great way to capitalize on different sets and things that you can sell. Because, as always, you're going to be getting double the resources. So that's double profits on everything. And you might think, oh, well, Jake, aren't things going to be inflated in the market? And that is technically true. But as always, the markets level out over time. And a lot of resources are going to be consumed during this event. Think about how many potions are going to be drank every single second in Battlegrounds, Cyrodiil, and the Imperial City, just because people are trying to kill each other in a fun, nice way, technically. So, from that aspect, you got to think, during this event, consumables and everything's going to be on the rise. Everybody's going to be needing PvP sets because nobody's going to want to go in there butt naked. They would just embarrass themselves in front of their friends. Nobody wants to do that. So, from that aspect, you can make money even during this event, and then you can just use your alliance points Telvar later to make even more profit. So, it's overall a great time to be an ESO player because this event is fantastic. So, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And as always, we are doing our 3 giveaway drawings. All you have to do to enter is leave a comments below. Just try not to get it removed for spam. Second thing is just be subscribed / follow on Twitter and Twitch. Each of those will give you 1 entry. And then the third thing is look for a hidden word to be flashed upon the hit screen. If you're the first person to comment that word, you will win. Thank you guys so much again for watching. I'll catch you in the mayhem of the mid-year. Bye, guys.
You better remember to like and subscribe to Jakeclips. Or you should. I might have to pluck your eyes if you don't. Or, better yet, I'll skip rope with your entrails. Do it now. Subscribe. Ta-ta. Off with you.